I am George, the 80s Transformer fan, and today I have Master of the Universe Classics figure HAWKE. And like most Master of the Universe fans, I'm trying to figure out why she didn't come in a Grayskull line. Take her out of her shipping packaging, this plain brown box. Here is HAWKE in her packaging, and rattling around in back there is her extra head. But this is the standard Master of the Universe Classics packaging with the gray brick from Castle Grayskull, and on the package we have the standard Lightning, Master of the Universe Classics, HAWKE, Heroic Feathered Fighter figure, Adult Collector. You can see her accessories inside. Swing her around to the side, Collector's Choice. Even though I don't think that applies anymore, but Collector's Choice over there on the side. And here is some artwork on the back of her box. She has a sword. I don't remember her ever wielding the sword. There she is with a sword. I'm trying to bring this closer so you can pause and read the bio if you can. Here are an image of the figures that are currently available. Well, were currently available if you had ordered them. Master of the Universe Club Grayskull. So it is still Club Grayskull. And these are Collector's Choice figures. And the bad guys are done in red, and the hero guys are done in blue. And let's swing her around and take a look at her inside the packaging. The first thing I noticed when I unboxed these guys, like, she has no neck. And I think that's going to bother me. So if you don't like to hear things repeated, you might not want to watch this tour review because she has no neck. So I'm going to get her open and see what we can see. Right, in an attempt to save some video and the packaging, I went off camera, sliced the side of it. I can slide her out, I hope. And still really didn't destroy the packaging. Out comes her accessories. Here's her extra head. Man, I got a few issues and questions with this. Here's her extra head. Here's her sword. She has one tie on her back, one tie on her legs. This is a character I had wanted made for a long time. When they first started doing Filmation, people, I really wanted her made. I wouldn't mind seeing one of the generic men made too, because I like the little armies that you can make. I wouldn't mind the buzz-offs people made. Here she is out of the packaging. Trying to get her to stand at one leg. It came out like this, and it's like twisted. Man, out of the box, like this one leg keeps kicking in. Like one ankle's, I mean, if you can see, they're not exactly lined up with her foot. And this one isn't giving at all. Can't get it to move. I know a lot of it's a brand new toy, and a lot of them are stiff, and then it's just like rolling over. Let's see if I can get her to stand just for now. I just want to get the rest of the last weapon out of the packaging. With this blaster gun. I have that out. And while I have it, take a look at it, this is her blaster. I don't remember if she actually had this in a cartoon, and it has like a simulated leather strap. I think this is the first. They should have did this with the sorceress cape or wings or whatever you want to call it, wing cape, instead of that hard plastic. But it's like a simulated leather, suede or whatever. Pretty impressive. And again, here's her sword. Here is her extra head, but I will come to that. I'm going to get her up, see if I can get her to actually stand up on her own. And much like the other figures I've had, like, it seems like the right leg is longer, which I don't understand. And she doesn't have a swivel in her upper thigh either, which is kind of making it a little bit harder in this one foot. I mean, I got both feet down, but as you can see, one foot is a little bit further back. I'm not going to keep wrestling with that, so I'm going to move on and take a look at her paint. The head looks pretty good. Paint-wise, coming around to the back of her hair, I don't know what this is. Caked in there, or it's a little piece of rubber. She has a redhead. The Master of the Universe people, somebody was in love with redheads. They have a lot of redheads in their Master of the Universe. Her paint apps look pretty good. The boots are red plastic all the way down, which is great. We didn't have to get any paint and risk any more paint splotches on the figures. Even though I see a few, they're small. There's a paint splotch right down here on the blue. And it's like, okay, why is there gray paint splotches? Like, the legs should be gray plastic, and this torso piece, lower torso, should be gray plastic with this painted blue. And in the top part, this is gray plastic because her shoulders are painted skin tone, her skin tone. And it doesn't match the arms because the arms are skin tone plastic, which is like, wow, what the heck. But anyway, we're going to run down articulation, and her head is very stiff. I broke it loose, you heard it pop. All right, her head 360s, you can get the hair all the way around, everything. And I know with female figures it's hard to look up and down because of the hair, but this entire wave from Super 7, they can't look up or down. And I don't think it's just because of her hair, but I'm going to note the fact that the hair is back there probably contributing to the problem. And I can see what looks like a gray through her orange hair. I don't think that's red underneath. If you can see it right there, looks great. And I really, really hope I can get her head off. And coming to her arms, the females get their arms up pretty high. It's not as bulky as the males in this position. Her arm is 360. She has a hinge on her shoulder, allows it to get up. She has an upper bicep swivel where the wing attachment and the gauntlet is. Well, I guess the wings aren't attached. They're just sticking real close to the body, which is good. She has an elbow bend. She's giving the thumbs up. She has a wrist swivel. I think she has the exact same hands as Teela from the Club Grayskull line. And she has the hinge on her hand. So they got the hinge in both lines now. She has the upper torso swivel right underneath her chest. And it crunches just a little bit, And it actually stays down if you want it to stay down. Coming down to her hips again, the legs don't swivel, which man, this sucks. And you can spread them this far. They're good at spreading their legs. Whoa. She doesn't quite get as flat as Teela actually. Coming here, you can see where her armor is look like it's pulling free. It might eventually come free, and I might have to glue it back. Not her armor, her little outfit. And you can get her leg forward this far, which is pretty good. And you can see the date stamping on the inner thigh, and they should have put it, the manufacturing stamping. They should put it under her boot. She can get her leg back this far. Now bring her knee up, and at her thigh cut, her thigh high boot cut, she can move her leg left and right. It was 360, you probably don't want to do that. Coming down to her ankle, you saw the rocker. Now she has the rocker, which is odd that Teela didn't have the rocker. And far as back and forth, this foot moves back and forth that much, but I couldn't get this one to move. All right, I tried heating this up, and I basically turned it into rubber. Trying to get the ankle to move on this one, and the peg in there is so small, I don't want to break it. So there it is. I got it. I guess as it cooled off, it gave me enough room to move it. All right, got her ankle to move. Let's see if I get her to stand up better. Not really. Lining her legs up is, at least for me on my figure, and a lot of these problems don't go for every figure. But there she is. I got her to stand up, and she's still leaning a little bit that way. But anyway, I wanted to take a look at her head, and I'm really interested to see if I can get this off and maybe Oh, it actually came off. It came off pretty easy. And you should be able to see on her artwork, you can see her necklace clearly. And on the episodes, you can see her necklace clearly. But the way they've designed this head, it sits too low. It should be up here. And that looks a lot better. She doesn't look, I hate to say anything inappropriate, but she doesn't look, I mean, like a dwarf or something, like with her head all squat. The wings look pretty good, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to get her head at this height. I'm going to put it back down. And again, it is so squat. And I've heard people say it's probably the helmet giving it that look, and it would look, no. You're supposed to be able to see the necklace and her neck under there. I mean, her chin is right on her chest practically. Wings look pretty cool. She looks pretty cool, except for the no neck syndrome. You can get her floating. She should have came with a clear stand. Would have been cool. And I really liked the episode she was in. I think she appeared in 2 episodes. But the one where she betrayed Stratos and was helping Skeletor, and Skeletor was like pretty mean after that. And I meant to check her butt out. No pun intended. Check her out because Teela behind was a little wide. Hers looks a little better, but it still looks a little bit funny. This one looks large. Her butt cheek looks larger over here than over here. And I'm not complaining. It's just an observation. It really didn't bother me with Teela, and I think this is done better on her. Her stance is closed a little bit more. But man, she could have benefited with upper thigh swivel. So I'm going to take her sword. So if I get it in her hand, I don't recall her with the sword. But it's there, and it's a pretty cool sword. The bottom of it has some gunmetal gray. And it has a little gray in the little design in the hilt. And the blade is just a silver plastic, gray plastic. The sword is very large itself, and she holds it pretty well. I don't know if she's meant to hold it. It has 2 different sizes, I guess, for different hands. Yeah, she can hold it in either one, which is cool. Her hands are better than my Teela's was. So there's Hawk with her sword. Get that out of here. Get this big old gun. I don't remember this gun. She may have had it. And if I do remember, it would appear in the bottom of the screen. Like now. Okay, I got it over her shoulder. I don't know if I should have did that first or what, but I'm gonna try to. She has 2 different gripping points, like a larger grip here, maybe for male figures, and just like the sword, a smaller grip here. I guess she holds it back here again with 2 different gripping points, which is very interesting and cool that they did that. I don't know who's supposed to get this gun, but that's cool. I don't know if my positioning is very good, but trying to get her to hold it with 2 hands. I guess the position I chose isn't great, but I just wanted to see if she could hold it with 2 hands. She has a strap going around her, and she has this giant gun. I have to figure out what it is and what it does and what it did. Okay, that is that for her accessories and the general rundown of the figure. Now I'm going to bring out the second head, the bonus head, which I was excited for because Stratos also had a sister. And this is the head for her. Okay, so here is the head of Dolora, Stratos' sister. And from what I heard and what I can see, this is the exact same head. Which is like, what the... Like, why is it the exact same head? I'm going to pop this off. Take a look. I mean, that's insane. Why give us a bonus head and give us the exact same head? I'm just going to call it what it is. This was lazy as hell. I mean, they could have made the hair detach, like maybe pop out and pop on the other hair, and gave me another accessory like a flight stand. This is awful. They could have made one lipstick red and one lipstick pink instead of this ugly burgundy. I think that this is incredibly lazy. I mean, how much would it have taken just to scrape the jaw, file the chin down a little bit, or make the nose a little bit bigger or more pointy? The exact same head. Man, they could have just had swappable hair. And we've seen swappable hair before in the Masters of the Universe Classic line. They've done it. All right, here is Delora. It kind of looks as if her head isn't quite as squat. It's still squat, but it doesn't look as quite as squat. But and I had thought about getting two of these so I could have them both. I would have been very, very angry if I had got two of these for my display, and she has the exact same damn face. Wow. And I don't think she had the same face on the cartoon, but even if she did have the exact same face, they could have made them slightly different. Wow, it's really, man, that's really weird. I was excited for this figure. It's just alright. And as far as her standing up, look at this one leg curved in. So I guess this is pretty much it. I guess I could bring in a female figure to compare it with. But before I do that, this one is just alright for me. The things that I do like, I think the wings are done well. And they actually, I don't know what color it is, but I think it's painted because it's flat and the boots are glossy. And I think that they could have used the same plastic from the boots to the wings, but obviously there's like some paint going on here. Doesn't quite match the arm gauntlet, which I think is red plastic. Don't like the thighs. They don't have the swivel there. Don't like the fact that we have the two different skin tones here and here, and if you count the hinge, we got 1, 2, 3 different skin tones right there together. The head is a bummer. And I don't have a female Stratos to compare it to. I have Stratos, Master Universe Classics, but he's in the packaging. So I'm going to bring out another figure. Okay, here she is side by side with Teela. And as you can see, the hips are completely different. It's not even, there's nothing the same here that I can see. Not even the bottom of the boots. Definitely not the top. The thighs are totally different. And she's wearing this little thing, so I can't tell if the midsection is the same, but they look to be completely different designs. I think Teela is done a little bit better than her. I really think, because her legs almost look like clumped paint on here. It makes me wonder if the whole leg is red, but I don't think so because I can't see any red. But they definitely look painted. And I don't like that. And she looks like she could fit right in, except for maybe the wing detail. She looks like she can fit right into the Grayskull Filmation line. Well, I hope they don't try to turn around and make her Filmation right back, because I'm not buying it again. Oh, let me get her head off. Let me turn her back into Hawk. I'm sorry. I left Delora in this whole tour review, and I'm scraping the paint off the neck, just pulling the head off. But it's cool that I can actually get her head off without that much trouble. Alright, my final thoughts on this figure. Overall, I like it. I nitpicked it for the tour review to let you know what was going on with it. The only real problems I have was a little bit of paint splotches, which was okay. It really wasn't bad, but I'm throwing it out there because they're there. And then the legs came out of the packaging a little bit warped, but as I've played with it, it's gotten a little bit better. This one is still a little bit bowled in. She still has that little bit of a lean, but it's not too bad. The only real problem I have is the fact that the heads were the exact same sculpt. I have a problem with that. I wonder if you do too. Let me know. Then I don't think they quite captured the chin on either one of them. But a lot of people are saying it's because of the helmet, and that's the look inside the helmet, and they couldn't exactly sculpt the neck to keep coming down here because it sits on a peg. I don't know, but I don't like the fact that it's the exact same head. Other than that, it's a really cool figure. I'm happy to have it. I was excited when I first heard it was coming out, and now I have it in my collection. And so what do you think? I am George, the 80s Transformer fan. Thank you for watching my Master of the Universe review, and I'll see you soon.